quick Big Ten breakdown here. Just really the main thing this weekend was Ohio State and Penn State. Buckeyes knocking off the Nittany Lions. Penn State with their first conference loss. Those two teams now sit at 4-1 in the conference. Oregon and Indiana still up top. And I think Indiana beats Ohio State this year. I think Indiana's beat teams more convincingly. They play with more heart. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but they just play like they want to win the game more than Ohio State does. Ohio State has a tendency to sleepwalk through some of these games, and I don't think Indiana's going to be that way. I think Indiana knocks off the Buckeyes, plays Oregon in the Big Ten title game. I think both those teams are playoff teams. I think Ohio State is a playoff team as well, regardless. Even if they lose to Indiana, they'll probably be like maybe an 8 or a 9 seed in that case, but still a very, very solid team. Penn State's probably going to be right on the fringe. I personally would not let them in the playoffs just because I don't like them very much. I think they're consistently underwhelming, and a consistently underwhelming team is only going to do one thing in the playoffs, and that's lose. So I kind of don't see the point for them to be there. Iowa and Minnesota are now the next two teams in the conference. Illinois fallen off a cliff. They just lost to Minnesota. They're really struggling. Wisconsin, too, has started struggling again big time. Rutgers back to the bottom of this conference after a 4-0 start of the season, and Purdue is still Purdue. But that's kind of your outlook on the Big Ten right now. I think that Oregon is still the best team in this conference. I would expect them to win it. Indiana, I think, can at least give them a fight, but the talent that the Ducks have all over the place, especially at the receiver position with Evan Stewart and Tez Johnson, they've both been playing good football this year. The Ducks are just so high-powered, I have a hard time seeing how anyone's going to stop them as we move through the rest of the year. I know Ohio State did for a little bit, but still, I think Oregon is a very, very good team this year.